Ahoy everyone and welcome back to Uni. We left off last episode with just copious amounts of general base improvements. And we are going to be continuing those improvements as we progress. So we started excavating a new area and getting an insulated tile for where we're going to move our power generation apparatus to. It's going to be a while before we get there. I let the game run for about a cycle off screen just to get a couple things plugged in here. And I think we are missing... Nope, this just needs to be deconstructed right there. I want to grab it. There we go. Grab that. Pipe blocked. So where's the pipe blocked? Oh, it's because it's not completed yet. Well, that makes plenty of sense. So why don't you get on it? Yeah, there we go. All right, there's the CO2 scrubber. Again, what we'll probably have to try to do is actually set up the base better so that we're actually collecting the CO2 down here. Also, I see some power lines that need to be redone or undid. Let's just tell them to knock these little nubs off that aren't doing anything right now. Please and thank you. I like to take out any sections as I go that are unneeded so my power distribution network doesn't get too borked. Oh, and we got a little problem right here. This should not be plugged in right there. These should be on their own thing, and these should be on their own thing. So let's fix that too. Yep, you can see the little problem we're having with it right there. And I believe, what are you doing down here? There's no tasks to do. You know what we're gonna do? Let's leave like 5 tiles here. We're gonna set up an airlock here. And then it does, well, 3 tiles over. For them to get down. And then it needs to be, here, let's deconstruct this. Everything below here needs to get taken down. I want to make sure that they're not... that they're not going down here. I'm gonna set up the airlock so that in the future wait, I don't actually know if that's tall enough. Shoot. I don't remember if the rooms need to be, if a soup station is 3 tiles or 4 tiles. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it as is for now. If it needs to be bigger, we'll make it bigger. Oh, guys, you just did it in that order, didn't you? You guys just trapped everybody down there, didn't you? Yeah, okay. Yep, okay, we're gonna have to do this in bits and bobbles. Yeah, yep. Okay, yep. Oops, missed that. Yep, finish that, please and thank you. Let's not get everybody killed. See, what are they, everybody keeps coming down here. And I think, yeah, it's just to grab random stuff that's fallen to the bottom of this shaft. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we'll set up an airlock down here, and then we'll just block it off. Let's get the majority of it built. We'll get the majority of the thing built. Yeah, just block that off, because they're wasting a lot of time just running down this shaft. I was wondering where a lot of my productivity was going. Oh, and I fixed this a little bit, so there's just some ladders in here instead of these guys that are actually taking up space. This is going to be a hydrogen sink. I'm going to move these apparati up there. Apparatuses. The appropriate way to say that. Apparati. That sounds right. Yeah, we polluted the hell out of this space. Yeah, these things are super slow if they're not actually plugged in. So we got a lot of carbon dioxide built up in various places of the base. We just want to make sure that it actually all, like, there's a ton of it over here. We want it all to flow down, is what we want. Well, go get some food if you're freaking hungry. Yeah. Probably to grab one thing. Coal. Paku fillet. Why is there food down here? There's a lot of... You know what? I think it's just coagulated over the era. You know, the entire time we have been mining down, it's just coagulated with time. Oh, this poor little bastard. Oh, are there more than one in there? I'm gonna eat them. Sorry, guys. Oh, put it out of its misery. Don't just leave it. There's at least two. Just make sure that the grill is set up to actually grill them. I don't know if they give off meat or not, but I think so. Frost bun. Barbecue cooked fish. Tell them to make fried mushrooms. Do we have some of those sitting around? Thought we did. Oh, and these guys aren't plugged in yet. We got distracted with stuff. Ooh. Oh, you know what? This is disconnected because we don't actually want that up there. Okay. Well, let's take most of it out and plug these guys in over here. So we're gonna have more hydrogen for more power. We're gonna have more oxygen because, you know, the base kind of needs it. Maybe try to get a little bit of oxygen in the middle on the left side would be good. Wart seed. Boop, boop. That's my wife texting me. Some temperature issues down on this side. I think what we'll do is maybe we'll just put it for here. For now, we'll just put it right next to here because they just gotta be cranking out some really warm air. Sorry, text my wife back. Okay, hey, we got sleet wheat. I have no idea how to grow that, but we'll figure it out. Let's get that wart doodle in there. Hey, there we go, nice. All right, these guys are cranking. Got a wart seed in there. They gotta fertilize it. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have them do this. We're gonna have them actually block this section off. And then what I can do is tell everybody that they're not allowed to go down here anymore. So this door, you're only allowed to go that way. Oh, shoot, they actually... Yep, no, that one's my fault. That one, 100% my fault. Now, let's make that a priority. No! That's not how priorities work, assholes. There's so much stuff down here. Is it? Maybe it's not that. Well, I mean, it's always nice to have an airlock set up at the exteriors of your base. It's just that they're spending so much time on it when there's things to do over here. What we can do right off the bat here is make sure that the new system is going to be plugged into the old system. Got to be something down here. Harvest plants? Something in there. Oh, and that does need to be plugged in. Well, that's easy. Boop. Pull it off of this one. Because there's going to be a power disruption, but I want to make sure it's as minimal as possible. Alright, so the hydrogen sink is done. This is just going to go right at the top. High as it can go. And then all we'll do is take the existing one and plug it into there, and then ventilation. So we need to plug it. It needs a... Okay, I'm gonna have to deconstruct this, and we'll move it. Because right now it's kind of backwards. for what we need. They keep going down there to grab things. Because there's so much, I swear to God, I see them dropping things down there still. Copper, meat. Yeah, and like, I just saw meat fall down there. You know what I could do? Temporarily to fix the problem? I got an idea. I have a plan. Alright, temporary fix to this that the airlock will solve once it's properly in there. Put that in there. Because they keep going down here, grabbing things, then dropping them before they get to where they're going. So it's this endless cycle of wasted time. Okay. What is, we got water, seawater, waterweed, uproot. Nah, get it out of the way. And we're gonna need to give them access to the roof here for this to work appropriately. Because we need to make sure this whole thing is fully insulated. Now, 96 tiles, and I'm gonna do the math again because I will never remember these numbers off the top of my head. 96 tiles divided by 4 is 24 tiles wide. So let's grab our dig tool. We want to make sure this is max size. So 24 tiles wide goes to right there. So right here is where what we need to do. Right there. So cancel this. Cancel that. There we go. And I'm not gonna give them any more tasks until they finish this. Now this, what we need to do is, I'm not sure which way is which. If they can go through the door still? Nope, that's the wrong one. All right. So now that means they can only go one way through that door. No one's allowed down there anymore. You get out of there, nobody goes down anymore. Do we actually have a food shortage? Ah, it's getting low. They eat a lot of food. Okay, mush bars forever. Put them both on forever. Alrighty, and let's take a look at our temperature. So this is going to offset the heat coming from these, but not by much. And in terms of oxygen diffusion, it's starting to get a little bit better, but you can see it's not great. I think we're gonna need to give it a lot of time for the oxygen we're generating in the middle of the base to really diffuse out. And we are out of copper ore. Probably why they kept going down there. Okay. And that's where all the freaking copper is. Well, there's one right there. Gotta be more copper. Yeah, we got more copper around. It actually does break through here. I might actually just fill that back in, though. Because right now, that's the top of my base. It's chlorine. This is the edge of the map. Is it really? That's the only other copper? Shoot. Diamond. Ooh, we got oil down there. Forgot about that. And there's an oil reservoir. There's gold. Little tiny bits here and there. Yeah, that's a problem. Definitely nothing up here. Well, shoot. Where are those spacesuits? Well, I've got the exosuit. Oh, I actually got everything set up for that already. I didn't even realize. Well, I don't remember where they are, so let's at least get it laid down. It's not utility. Here we go. Atmosuit checkpoint. Hey, good. It's the right size. Okay, flip this bad boy around. And we'll put 4 docks in there. We already got power running down here, so that's not going to be an issue. And the only other thing we're going to need to run into them is oxygen. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. This guy... Yeah, we can make this work. This guy basically needs to what is he told to siphon out everything? No, he siphons out the oxygen. He siphons out the oxygen, everything else just goes into this. Let's deconstruct this. Let's get rid of it. And what we'll do is we'll just take everything else it grabs and just barf it out at the top of the base. Temporary solution. Temporary solution. It's not going to be ideal. It's not going to be permanent, but it'll do for now. That'll get oxygen flowing. Also get, well, I mean, the carbon dioxide will get thrown up there too, but it'll just settle back down in the base, so no big deal. This is nearly complete. Just a little bit of mining at the top here. The hydrogen is... Okay, well, okay. It's looking better. It is looking better. I can see oxygen getting to areas like the green rooms here. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do is... start... couple other things. We're gonna put in a plant here and a plant here. I'm gonna wait for them to build these, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna deconstruct the ones above them, and I'm gonna start, you know, making slightly nicer barracks. Hopefully more oxygenated barracks as well. Well, I don't think that Wheezewort's helping a lot. I think it's just mitigating the gain by a bit. We could insulate some of the warmer sections of the base. Because there is a fair bit of heat coming in from down here. It's hot. Did I set this one up? Oh, yeah. For now, you guys can use both sides of that. Sorry, that's my bad. We don't actually have suits built yet, but we can get them. I know we don't have any suits. But, I mean, that'll allow them to operate down here and not have to worry about the liquids down there or the air or anything like that. We'll get to that later, though. Okay, so this is actually already just about done. So, yeah, get rid of all this. And I can tell, yeah, this whole thing right there. Whole thing, get rid of it. That was a mistake. Cancel that one. That one. And then what we're going to want here is mechanical airlocks. There and there. So that the light won't bother them as if it shines through. So those are plugged in. They're going to use up a little bit of power, but they don't use a lot. I think that person just fell out of their bed as we deconstructed it. That was kind of rude of me. And then what we'll do is, let's put in a briar seed over here and a mirth leaf on this side. And then I'm going to do the same thing on that other one. Going to lower the whole thing down. Some the oxygen. Oh, you know why the oxygen always wants to flow right, because I believe what somebody told me was that it's the rotation, that the asteroid is theoretically rotating, and that it always rotates right at the same speed. So I'm gonna need a different one of these, and what we're gonna want is, let's see, rotate this around. That's the in. Can't put it there. What I can do is put it here. Should I do the other side? Like this? Yeah, like that. So that goes into there. This is the hydrogen. So what we would do is that. As that goes into there, then out. This would be the, well, anything else. Go down there like that. And in theory, that would work as a decent hydrogen trap. You can definitely see that the hydrogen's less thick at the top of the base than it was before. Which is definitely a step in the right direction. Yeah, we're making mush. We're making mush, and maybe sometime in the near future, we'll actually have some mealwood growing, or maybe even a ranch of some kind. Oh, you know what? We should eat these guys. Sorry. We're gonna eat you. You're just so delicious. I assume we get meat out of them. I honestly don't know off the top of my head. Is this broken or just empty? Probably just empty. Now that I think about it, we might not need 2 of these running anymore. One of them would probably do the trick. Because we basically had a ton of hydrogen and then ran through it. Grab those little curative tablets there. Keep checking this just to make sure it's actually getting better. It's not bad. I think it's gonna take a long time to normalize, is what it is. I think it's just gonna take a long time. Yeah, and it's gonna, if anything, we should replace this with insulated tile, because that's gonna be pretty warm right there. That'll at least prevent a little bit of that warmth. Now, nobody's screwing around down here, right? Good. That's for later. We're not utilizing it right now. We'll utilize that later. Okay, so nobody's in here anymore. Can't get to that because that's probably either something fell or poke shell poop. So we'll go ahead and fix that. A bunch of people are working on the base here, which is excellent. That's what I want them to do. And as soon as that's done, well, you know, we could replace this. Oh, oh, there's hydrogen in there. The hydrogen builds up at the top. Okay, well, what we're gonna need to do in that case then is make sure that the hydrogen can vent out. Well, you know what? It wouldn't be too bad to deconstruct this stuff too, because all this, well, let's set this up. This is hydrogen. Yep, and plug that in. Boop, just like that. And then what we'll do is we'll just deconstruct everything right there. Oh, and that was set to buildings only. Those out. There we go. So that's a better hydrogen trap than I had before. Hopefully that will help us get rid of it. And what we're going to do here is, again, deconstruct. Now, this is just set to buildings, just the buildings. This whole level right there. And I'm going to make another one of these directly on top of it. Just a second barracks. Probably going to have to move those power lines just a little bit, but I think we can handle that. Oh, that was a... yep. That was cruel. Copy that. Copy that. Copy this. Copy this. Yeah, this is gonna be, unless I reroute those, it's gonna be pretty ugly. And then make sure it has a ceiling. Probably do the same on the room above it. In retrospect, I wish I made the central column of my base wider. But it's what we got now. And I mean, we're already doing it way better than we were before, so I'm pretty... Oh, shoot. Stuff fell is what happened. Don't die. Oh, you can get over it. He's fine. I want to take a look at down here. Make sure that the oxygen is actually going in here. It's going to fill up these tanks, and then it'll stop once it's done. Okay, it's getting better. It's still not great, but it's getting better. Still too warm in here, probably. Yeah. I get that. We're pumping out hot air directly underneath them. So it's bound to happen. And I mean, there's huge sections of the base that are super warm because I haven't bothered to mess around with like the temperature mitigation at all. But I mean, this is a long-term project to work on that. Kind of what I'm doing is I'm leaving this to marinate, and we'll get to it as we mess around with this over here. You know, everything that needs to be done. But we're basically done here. And on this side, we'll do Joya seeds. The bluff briar doesn't really want to grow here, so we'll just do the Joya seeds. They're easy to grow. Put some cacti in there. Put the cacti in there. That's a little better. Still got the hydrogen build up there, but we could deal with that as soon as we get it, you know, fixed up a little bit. Okay, now I think I really should start doing this. So this is gonna go right here. And then what we're gonna do is go like this, copy that. And we're not gonna build one of those over here. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna go that one. We're gonna do this one. And then I'm gonna do one of these, I think. And that'll leave us plenty of room to expand. Now this is going to be set to 6, and it's going to be coal. This one's going to be set to 6, and if I could find it, should be lumber. Can we refine iron? Do we have iron to refine? Set this one to iron. Yeah, just use anything you got. Can we, we haven't hit iron. We have not hit iron. So start getting our proper power rooms set up over here. Oh, and because it is, oh man, we haven't really fixed that whole I'm out of copper issue, have we? Nope, we most certainly have not. And the only place to get it is down here. Okay, stations. Exosuit Forge. Just gonna get thrown in the middle here because I don't have a better place to put you right now. Oh, shoot. All right, cancel this. And we gotta make it out of something. So what I'm gonna need to do is tell them to mine out what they can get their hands on. And we'll have to block that off, but that's fine, not a big deal. And I'm gonna need to allow them back down here so that we can take care of this stuff. We do not have a lot of copper, and we need all the copper we can get our hands on. I'll tell them to level that out. And then I'll tell them to get every other one here. Down here they can get these, definitely. I wish I had suits for you, but we're gonna need copper for those suits to work correctly. I have not touched anybody's skills in a while, too. I'm worried, I'm too afraid to look at how bad their morale is. Yeah, so there's no longer, like, hydrogen buildup in here, now it's just building up here. But that's because we haven't vented it out. Yeah, so any oxygen that gets pulled up here will get pumped right back down, so that's good. It's looking better. It's looking a fair bit better, especially on the right side of the base. Like, these areas are all filled up, which is great. So we've got all these built. I mean, they're not plugged in yet, but they're built. And I need 4 suits made out of copper. We don't have any reed fiber yet, though, which is the problem. Shit. Do I have any reed fiber to plant? I do. Oh, but it's too tall for that one. I had 7 on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plant those. Now, those need polluted water, which we have, which means we need to reroute some polluted water into here. But first, we already have it going up here. So first what we need to do is extract pipe contents. Actually, hit the polluted water line there. This one. Right through there, right? Yeah, that's it. So grab all the water out of there. These won't grow without polluted water, but thankfully we already have the pipe set up to go right over here. As soon as we suck all the water out of the line, I could have them plug that right back in, and then all we need to do is get some of that reed fiber growing. We can make ourselves some exosuits. That'll allow us to actually mine down that area lower in the base without it being a horrendous issue. Suck out all the water, guys. Alright, don't these need polluted? Yeah. They don't have proper irrigation yet. Wait, oh no, I was like, is it still getting pumped in here? That's oxygen. That is oxygen. Speaking of oxygen, we need to be on gas pipes. Nope, we need to be on plumbing. I got oxygen on the brain. Yeah, so we just, we have to let them finish this task or it'll kind of mess everything up. Just let them fill that with polluted water and we'll be good to go. Get a little reed fiber going. Somebody scald themselves to death or something? Looks better that way. Didn't we have 7? Is that just a bottle of oxygen? Yeah, we did get rid of our debottler. So that could be why that's there. All right, did that get plugged in? It did. Irrigation. Oh, you know what? Empty storage. These have water in them still. So let's just have them make sure they actually empty the storage on these individual doodles. And that should fix that problem. That one was a very much thanks to Twitch chat that we fixed that in one of my streams. That we could not figure out why that was not working. That's the reason. We got overpressure here? Oh, no. That is a hydroponic farm tile. That's what that is. Okay, no, they're good. They're growing. Excellent. Okay. And they're further away from the power generation, so there's not as much heat problem. And what we're going to end up doing is separating off this entire section here from the rest of the base with insulated tiles so that we can produce have all of our power production segregated out where it's not going to be an issue. Starting to get a little copper in here. Now I'm glad that in one of those last printings I grabbed copper. shell. All right, we're gonna end this episode right here, everybody. Thank you very much for watching yet again. We got, again, a bunch more taken care of. We got our hydrogen sink up at the top of the base actually taken out, but we have most of the hydrogen still getting caught elsewhere, but we'll fix that probably tomorrow. I feel like we were... Okay, so we built the airlock down here at the bottom. What else did we do? We fixed this airlock. We got those growing. Oh, they're growing pretty fast already, 26%. Hopefully tomorrow we'll actually get some exosuits done. Oh, and we got all of this built up over here, and this little thingy built off too. A little bit of insulation on the exterior of the base to keep out some of the heat that's seeping in. Being able... If we just get enough copper to build one suit, and somebody could go down there and, you know, work unhindered by the horrific environment, that would be a step in the right direction. But yeah, that copper shortage is going to be an issue. Thanks for watching, like I said, and I will see you all next time.